Have no choice but to nominate him. Yeah, to put forward his name. I think that is how I came, and since then he has been doing well. And I must tell you that today, I'm proud of him. He's somebody that has really distinguished himself, in spite of his short experience in political field.
Can you, for sure or certain, say now that if there was an election today, that he would be returned back to office?
That is, if I will lay my weight behind him.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, I must say here, yes and no. Yes, in the sense that it will be my first choice. Then, no, because it's a democracy.
You have to give people the opportunity.
Yeah, you must have to give people the opportunity to make their input, to say, oh, this is the person we want to be there this time, or this is the person we don't want there.
Well, why would the people of Esa Northeast not insist on, having him back, considering his good work in the area? Or don't you think he has done enough?
No.
To have that kind of consensus?
Yeah. I think we have to get to the bridge before we cross it. Presently, I think we have not really sat down to decide the way where the pendulum will swing. That is to say, who and who, should really be on the field. Because don't forget that before somebody emerge, he has to go through primaries and the rest. I think it's just too early now, because he has a lot of them has indicated interest that they are coming to contest. And we're also urging you, those of you that are in diaspora, to come over with your weight of experience, to come over to the local government to come and
we do that.
So we'll be very glad. We'll be very glad, because that's a young man. He's based in Manchester. He's a young man. He called me. I could remember that very day. He called me and said, look, I'm interested in politics. I said, come over. He actually came down. Today is somebody that is making wave. We'll be happy today. Some of you that are in Dublin here or elsewhere can just come over and say, look, I want to run for the position of the chairman, the councillor, and so on and so forth. We'll be glad to see you guys around, because we want to see what we want to let turn the issue to is to see what we are seeing here, what we are enjoying here. You bring the experience to bear at home. I think that is the essence of.
Yeah,
we pray for you guys.
We definitely look at that, and I know that a lot of people are already going. A lot of us here are already in your government. Somebody shout out to Benedita Atto, who is part of your cabinet.
Yeah, wonderful young lady.
Yeah.
Wonderful young lady.
Benedita is a strong woman from Ireland, but he's in Nigeria now. She's in Nigeria now, and I guess she's doing.
She's doing greatly. She's doing a great job in the Comrade government. Cabinet.
So I know that a lot of people are still getting ready to go. It's our country. We have to do our utmost best to make sure that whatever we can to make the difference in the country, that is done. Yeah, but now we've looked at the leadership position, the swing from PDP to ACN, and we've looked at the chairman of Esa Northeast and the election that is coming. So if we again look at the tribal politics that was rearing its head prior to the election, do you think for the first time we're seeing some of the Asian people saying we are Asian and we can do it ourselves? And you see some of the Benin people saying we go our way, and I was afraid that that once unified state was getting, divided into different segments for political reasons. With the election of Comrade back to power, do you think that threat has been overcome?
Okay, well, thank you very much. I will say categorically yes. I think the Congress governor's election actually it was an opener to all the Edo people. Because if you say tribal politics, it was the PDP candidate that actually wanted to introduce tribal politics into Edo State. Because as a young man, when we were growing up, they call us Edo people. Not until people start saying, oh, well, you are not really from here, or you are not really from there. I think...
For political reasons?
Yeah, for political reasons. Let me tell you one thing. The late Abiola said, no matter, in one of his he said, no matter how intelligent you are, you cannot clap with one hand. It's not possible for you to clap with one hand. Political structure-wise, in all the states we have 3 senatorial zones. That is why in each state today, in the Federation of Federal Capital Territory, we have 3 senators representing each state. No state has 4 senators. In Edo State, we have 3 senatorial zones, which are the Edo South, Edo North, Edo Central. The Edo South people cannot produce the governor of the day alone. They need the support of the Edo North and Edo Central to be able to have the majority vote for a governor to emerge in that zone. Likewise, Edo North and Edo Central. I think in politics, you said you use every weapon to fight your opponent in order for you to get this thing. I think I'm happy for one thing in Edo politics today. The politics is beginning to be refined more and more.
It's beginning to be an inclusive...
Yeah, based on the way and manner our dear comrade governor, because of his background, had really introduced a lot of digitalized, system into the politics in Edo State. So I think I must tell you that the tribal politics, the PDP, I wanted to bring in into the politics in Edo State. There it was, was dead and buried, before July 14th.
At least we can build on that, because I feel so sad when I go online and I see that people are now talking about, oh, we are from this zone and we're happy to be there. And I didn't really think that was the way to go. I think in any society that wants to progress, in any society that's looking forward to positive development, unity should be the watchword for every state.
Of course.
Well, yeah, that is done. And now, I did ask you if you thought that the chairman of this notice should be brought back to power. But the question I'm going to ask you now is, Honourable Dr. Chris Ebare, if there was to be an election today, going with your record as a government representative, at least as a commissioner for budget development and economic planning and economic development, do you think people, the Edo people, will readily want to vote for you, looking at it from your personality, what you have done with them and for them within this year that you have been part of the Osho Baba's cabinet? Do you think that you are a sellable candidate?
Yeah, thank you very much. If I may understand you clearly, I don't know, is it in what area, contest, my own personal capacity, contesting as what?
Yeah. In Nigerian politics now, We don't really want to look at political parties when we're assessing people. We look at what individuals are capable of doing. And I can tell you that the only reason Oshomole won was because people looked at his personality. It is not because he's a member of the SC. People like Fashola, people look at what he has been able to do. And I'm asking you now that as a politician, you might be a commissioner in Oshomole's government, but there will come a time when your political dreams and ambition would have to be brought down to test again. And at that point, I'm asking you, if you were to ask for your people, that has the power to actually elect you as a government representative, if you were to go back today and ask them, I need your vote, do you think you've done enough for them to stand up and say, my child, you know what, we've been waiting for this opportunity, and I will tell you that you are the person that we want to go?
Well, thank you very much. Very good question. I must say that, yes, whatever you are doing, you know, first and foremost, the moment you take up an appointment, you know, in the government cycle, you have you throw yourself to the people for them to judge. I would say it's left for the people of Edo State, you know, in general, to judge and to assess me, to say, oh, well, Ebare has done extremely well. He had discharged his duty creditably. We did not find him wanting, to say, yes, I think if this guy is given a higher responsibility, he'll be able to perform credibly. In particular, it's also left for the Eastern people and for the Yoruba people. If I come out tomorrow, I said, I want to be this, I want to contest here, I want to contest there. But, you know, for them to also judge. You know, it's not for me this time around. That is why it's called a democracy. Your ability to choose. So to me, I think I'm doing my best to ensure that constitutionally I discharge my duty to my people. Then morally to ensure that what is due for them,
they get it.
They get it. You know. Then, on the other hand, to ensure that they are not cheated out of the system. I think the choice is there.
The choice is there to make.
To make.
And you've done your bit.
Yeah.
You've shown that you can be trusted.
Yeah, for sure.
You've shown that you're ready to serve your people.
Sure.
But at the end, the choice is there.
It's theirs. The choice is theirs. The choice is that of my people, because no matter how hard you try to force yourself on the people,
yeah,
when they don't accept you, they can never accept you. They can never accept you. Yeah, it's only in a dictatorial setting that you have that kind of yeah.
So, Honourable, do you think that the governor, this is going to be his last tenure as the governor of Edo State? Do you think that the governor is going to be that proactive as it was in his first term, knowing now that this is going to be his last term as the governor?
Well. These have been a recurring questions. You know, anywhere maybe I have opportunity of meeting the guys, the pressmen. Let me tell you about the kind of person of Comrade Governor. He's somebody I'm proud of. He's somebody that, you know, I thank God today that I've been able to work closely with. That is a man, that is a perfect man. I said earlier that it's a godsend to the Edo people. I said again that man, that is a man that had the interest of the Edo people at heart. That is a man, I'll tell you, his yes is yes. I respect that man the more the time we were preparing the 2012 budget. I could remember there was a provision he saw on the budget. I think it was around 1 a.m. He said, look, Commissioner, I don't want that figure to be there. Anything I know I'm not going to do for the Edo people, for any political reasons, must not appear on this budget. Anything I say and I read out on this budget I'm going to do for the people of Edo, I'm going to do it. Indeed, I deleted it. When I came back the following month to give him a clean copy for him to vet before I go into final binding, the first place he gave his attention was that provision asked me to delete.
He wanted to see if you had deleted it.
He wanted to see if I have deleted it. This is a man in a senior government. For your information, we don't have anything like abandoned projects. We don't accommodate. Look at for any ASEAN state. From Lagos State, a lot of people will say it's a role model. From Edo State, you know, just now from Osun, Ibadan, Oyo, Ogun, Ekiti. We don't have any abandoned project. Governor Fashola, who is serving his second tenure now, when he did his first tenure, was he performing? Yes. He was brought back. This time around that he will return, has he withdrawn all the bulldozers now from the street? For your information, go to Benin now. Go to Ugbowo, Selu Lagos Road. Go and see the job the Comrade Governor is doing there right now. Go to Upper Mission for the street water storm we are doing there. I accompanied him recently for the inspection. Go to Oliha, Ugida, down to Ogba, the street water storm from the airport road we are doing there. Go to airport road. Did he say, and go and check all the schools we are building, the health center, the specialist hospital along Sapele Road. You know the reason why we had to stop that project, because of the incident that happened. That crane that mistakenly hit one of the pillars, that there was an incident there. Because the structural engineer want to redesign the portion that was destroyed. That is why that hospital, by now, that hospital is supposed to have been commissioned. So, if Comrade Governor was elected just July 14th here, he has not been sworn in, he's going to be sworn in by the grace of God on the 12th of November. Has not been sworn in for the second tenure. The work we started doing, we continue with them. Why do people think so? If you have seen, it's not in our character in ACN to say because you have come into a second tenure, you will now withdraw, start embezzling all the money. It's not in our character. It's not in the character of the Comrade Governor. We that are working closely,
it's not in your character.
It's not in our character.
The
man is bringing out tight blueprint to ensure that this is second tenure is able to deliver the dividends of democracy to the Edo people. And in addition to that, all the promises, in short, he has started fulfilling it. Those he promised transformer has already been given transformer. Installations are going on. Those we promised more schools, health center. We started working on that. So this local government is good. It owes them a responsibility, and the people of Edo State.
We don't doubt him. We don't doubt him. I will just tell you congratulations once again.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much.
We don't get bogged down by the issue of legalities again. come November when Oshomole is due to be sworn in for his second term, we hope that everything come and goes smoothly so that he can continue his good work.
Thank you.
Because what we actually need in Nigeria now is leaders who can make the difference. That's what Nigerians at home and Nigerians in diaspora all over the world, that's what they're crying for. They just want people who can make the difference. We don't want leaders who come, get the money, exploit this community, exploit the people, and go buy houses in different countries, and then come back to us and say the state does not have money. So if Oshomole is doing it now, it is the responsibility of every right-thinking Edo people and Nigerians in general to support him. And that's what I think most of us are doing. Because now we can go into Edo State. Now we know that ring road can be better and more beautiful than how we used to know it. Now we know that schools can be refurbished. Now we know that hospitals can be maintained and updated. I mean, that's the good work of the governor. And it's okay. I, as an Edo person, I am happy. And I support him for doing that. And I pray that he continues to do it.
Thank you.
And finally, Honourable, I always like to ask this question. What is the difference between PDP and ACN? As per, why do ACN believe that we are better than PDP? I hear that people who are not happy with PDP, they move to ACN. People who are not happy with ACN, they move to PDP. So it's all one and the same thing, recycling political parties, recycling the people, all just to get political gain, isn't it? Is that not the fact?
No. Far from it. Maybe, let me just tell you, it just simply be, I said earlier, repisa loquito. The facts of anything, any event will always speak for itself. If I say this shirt you are wearing, oh, this is a microphone, automatically you don't need to argue that this is a microphone. Except you don't want to tell me, don't want to tell the whole world the truth. That's why you will say, you'll be telling us that this is not a microphone. Yeah. The ideology or the members or the political founders of PDPs are quite different from that of ACN. And the modus of operandi of operation of PDP are quite different from that of ACN. A very simple example is this. Look at the 6 states. Only 6. Edo, Lagos, Ogun, Ekiti, Osun. You know, the states that are being governed by ACN. Yeah. Can you see the difference? Can you see the difference in terms of development? Human and material. Then check PDP. PDP. Do you know what we call them? Papa deceive Peking. Peking deceive Papa. You know? Check the states. Since 1999, the states where PDP are ruling. Go there and find out the development in those states. Then you will now sit down and judge. Then look at their leaders. Their national, their state leaders. Look at their mode of operation. The PDP does not care about the ordinary man in the streets. Why ACN, the ideology is for the welfare and the betterment of ordinary man on the streets. You know, and a lot more. That is why I said I use Urumi as a classical example. Since 1999, we've been there. We've been voting for them. They have nothing to show. But this is a man that just came. When this man was soliciting for vote in 2007, We did not vote for him. I was still in PDP. He was ringed out. The man, we ring him out. PDP then. But he went to court. The judiciary vindicated him and gave him his mandate. And said, look, you won this election. That was how the then governor of PDP, Osubo, was removed. And he was sworn in. So, since he came in, you see, the same Uromi, where they said, for information, do you know PDP said there cannot be water in Esa land? Today, that man has imported 3 dado machine that can go up to 1,500 feet on the ground. Igwebena has water. Ekpomana has water. All the other, right now, they are bringing the dado machine to Uromi. Today, the same Uromi where PDP have been, the national leader of PDP come from, and all the this thing, they have the Uromi now have new schools and the rest and the rest. Okay. So that is just the difference.
Yeah. Okay, Honourable. Just briefly tell us, as a politician, what would you want to be remembered for? Even when we are still in politics, what would you want when they hear Honourable Chris Ebare? How would you want them to think about it?
Okay, well, thank you very much. Well, I just want to simply be remembered for us. That is Chris Ebare, that who has the passion of the people at heart, who has the passion of the masses, particularly the youth, and the women, and the elderly at heart. That is Chris Ebare. When he was the commissioner, he did everything to make sure that he make life bearable for his people, for those around him, and for the entire Edo people.
Yeah. Because so you want to be the people's servant.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Honourable Dr. Chris Ebare, I want to thank you for finding time to be with us today. Well, viewers, we have been talking to Honourable Dr. Chris Ebare, the Honourable Commissioner for Budgets, Planning and Economic Development. He has been shedding light on the development, the political situation in Edo State. And we have come to the end of the show. Until next week, when we come your way again, it's been your host, Peter Owinan, saying thank you and God bless. Honourable?
Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
It's been nice having you.
Nice meeting you again.
All right.
Yeah, nice meeting you again.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you and God bless you.